experience. For standard, sometimes you can just sack your way win with OT, but luck can only take you so far.
Geody gonna be able to bring it home with the Link Joker deck of all time.
I beat even Entropy with it a few times in regionals. One of surprise is also a thing in big events, especially. Remember, your opponents also feel the same as you. They feel pressure. I've been playing Vanguard in 2014.
Wow.
I came from Yu-Gi-Oh back then. My locals doesn't have Yu-Gi-Oh, so the only time they have is Vanguard. My friend got me into it. It was a long journey.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you've performed really well in Yu-Gi-Oh and in Vanguard. What's your most memorable tops?
My most memorable tops in Yu-Gi-Oh is 2010 Nationals. I trolled everyone with Ladder Beasts back then. It was in Infinity format. I even put like one injection to Fairy Lily, but anyway, for Vanguard though, my most memorable one is the first time I ever topped in originals. It was BSF 2017 with my teammate, Pauline and Kevin. I was using Link Joker, Pauline was using DI, and Kevin was using Nova Grappler. That was our first top ever. That was my very first top ever, and then yeah, ever since then I just keep going up and up for some reason.
What other tops do you have, and what decks did you play?
Mostly with Link Joker, and then I top one with Kagero and Nubatama.
Nice.
Yeah, but mainly Link Joker. I just recently moved from Link Joker to Kagero and Nubatama because I feel like Dragon Empire is just too good. The OT drop beta.
Yeah.
Too broken. I beat even Entropy with it a few times in regionals.
Happy for you, bro. Happy for you. So, tell me, what do you think is the one most important thing to get better?
To get better at Vanguard, I think, in my opinion, personal opinion, is to keep practicing, enjoy the game. At the end of the day, it's a card game, right? You learn all the little details, like for example, what needs to counterblast. If you counterblast it, you have a high chance of healing it. Every little things, like where to attack, when to attack, damage denial. A lot of theory on that. But at the end of the day, the more experience you have, the more time you play. I've been playing this game for so long, so I figured, I learned a thing or two, right?
You focus on obviously playing a lot. I think that's like the basics, right? Like
Basics.
practice always helps.
Yes.
What is one or two other big things that you figured out that you think made you a lot better?
I never really think myself as a good player at all until this day. I
mean, you've been to Worlds, so, and you've topped consistently. That's hard.
I was lucky, right? V Premium and Premium wise, it's good to have experience. For standard, sometimes you can just sack your way win with OT, but luck can only take you so far. I think differentiating between regular players and like very strong players is in whether or not you can read the situation. One of them is a situation-wise. If you can read your opponent's move, what they're gonna do next. Predicting their moves is also one of the skills I think is essential, because once you if you face a good decks, but the player itself is not good, the deck can only take you for so much.
Skill issue.
Skill issue. No. Yeah, but I didn't. I think.
As someone that has played against you and lost you, but we don't talk about that. I also played with you from time to time. I think one of the most unique parts about your play is that it's quite psychological.
Yeah.
It's not about playing the best deck in the format.
Yeah.
It's also about finding weaknesses and taking advantage of what your opponent's deck is doing and what your opponent is doing. I think doing that is pretty remarkable. Do you have any comments for that?
Yeah, I think every single deck has its weakness and flaws somehow. If you play, for example, I was facing against Bob Sagra, or was it Shuro Doji? When I face it, I didn't know like how strong it is, like how I can only see it from getting punched by it. But when I actually play Shuro Doji, I feel like the deck needs like a power. It doesn't. If your opponent get one defensive, that's over. The turn is over unless you Persona Art. Even if Persona Art, you double defensive on the Short Doji. It's very hard for a Short Doji to punch, right? So if you can somehow get 2 defensive on that, so leave yourself, for example, if that means you can leave yourself room for damage. Say 4 damage, you take 2, or if you can get 2 defensive, it's easy for you to cut the rest. So leave yourself some room. And for example, even Bob Saga, I think, is it just theory of mine right now? As this currently is in the Bob Saga format. I was thinking maybe play Battle Magnus, the OG Battle Magnus. It can be, for example, you can suck in the whole field to the soul, Violord, Trickmoon, and Cindy. And remember, Boss Saga can only soul boss 2, and then 1 from the shield. So if they somehow clutch their cards in their soul, they can't get their combo out. And every turn is a board wipe. This is just theory of mine. I haven't actually tested it, but
I like this example because a lot of the time, obviously if you're starting out, I think, you know, checking out VG Paradox or looking up lists is really good to just start and understand what's going on.
Yes.
But what separates an average player and a good player is someone who thinks about it critically and finds their own solution. You can end up with the same answer as everyone else, and that's because that's the meta, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's the meta answer. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But then if you can find something different, nobody expects it.
Yeah.
Even if it's slightly less good,
yeah.
the fact that they don't have practice against it gives you a huge edge as well. So
Yeah, you know, funny enough, in 2018, I believe. So this is still premium format, and on standard was considered V back then. Most players probably don't know, but during that format, NLK format, the whole regionals, since I really love Link Joker, I played Link Joker back then, even though the trigger was 5k and it was the NLK decks were 10k. I was the only guy in the whole regionals who was playing Link Joker, and apparently that deck hard kill NLK back then. Because like the moment I read Freeze Ray, their animated assassin,
you stop their combo.
Stop the combo. Because of that, I was like probably the strongest deck player in the room because of that. Because no one else bring Link Joker during that regionals. I was surprised too. So I was just playing what I like right back then. So I was very lucky in that sense. But if you can somehow bring a deck that counters the current meta, it also gives you an advantage. Like element of surprise is also a thing in big events, especially. Remember, your opponents also feel the same as you. They feel pressure. This is big events. After all, you need to sleep, you need to eat, you need to drink, stay hydrated. They're human beings too, right? So if you can somehow
relax, focus, lock in,
eat a lot of salmon. I think
nutrients are important.
Nutrients are important. Yeah, a lot of sleep is important. It's also one thing I always do before any big events.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I appreciate your advice and your experience and thoughts. I hope this really helps people watching. I'm sure it will. My takeaway of this is to make sure to, you know, enjoy the game, play what you like, but also try new things. You know, be creative and find your own answer, because there's a lot of different choices you can make in Vanguard.
Not all the tier 0 decks are actually like the best. Oh no, it's tier 0, yeah it is. But if you can somehow find a flaw in the current situation you're in, and I think that's one of the answers.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Geody. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And see you in the next video, baby.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You had to describe how you're feeling with one word right now. What would it be?
Nervous.
Nervous.
I'm always nervous before BSF.
But you're an old man.
No,
You've been
I'm-
doing this. How many BSF have you played?
5,
5?
7.
How many did you top?
2 or 3.
Alright, that's like 33%.
I know, it's still.
So if we top this one, it's 50%.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. So let's make it happen, man.
let's make it happen. I'll see you guys. Take care.